How to move on after a breakup. This video was specifically requested by one of our viewers, so I hope that it not only serves her very well, but if you have come to find it, I hope that it serves you well too. First of all, know that I know how you're feeling. I have been dumped. I've been the dumper and I've been the dumpy. And neither one really feels good, but having somebody dump you, I think hands down feels worse. So I do understand the feelings. I do understand the wanting to know, why and what could I have done, and, where exactly did it go wrong? What was the tipping point? I know all those questions that you want to ask yourself, but today I'm going to go through 5 things that you can implement in your life that can help you move on after the breakup. And that's really what you need to do, because you're still alive, the other person's still alive. Hopefully you're both alive and well. And I mean that. Hopefully both of you are alive and well. And hopefully you can get to the point where you can actually mean that too. Okay, so I'm going to get to the goods in just a minute. But first, will you please check and see if you're a subscriber here? And if not, click that subscribe button and the little bell so that you'll get notifications when we drop a video like this to help you live a happier and healthier life. I'll be right back.
GILD Coaching. More success, less stress.
Today I'm giving you 5 things that you can do right now to help yourself move on and move forward and be healthy and get that weight of the breakup off of you. It does weight you down. It can cause all sorts of problems. It can cause you to go into a temporary, not clinical depression, but a temporary depressed period. It can cause weight loss. It can cause all sorts of negative habits to crop up. So my goal for you is that you don't develop any of those negative habits and that you heal from this. Not only heal from it, but that you recognize that this experience can make you a better and more well-rounded person in the long run. And you might not want to hear that right now, because right now it sucks and you feel like crap. Okay? But in the long run, this is not the end of the world. In the long run, you want to be a happier, more well-rounded person. So number 1, feel all the feels. And depending upon how far out you are from the breakup, from being dumped, whatever happened to you specifically, allow yourself to feel all the feels. This does not mean that a month, 2 months after it's happened, you should still be moping in a corner or locking yourself in a bedroom or crying uncontrollably over it. So that would be an unhealthy, long period to be overwhelmed by the feelings. But do feel the feelings. Recognize the feelings that you're feeling. Get a pen. I'm always telling you guys to journal. Write down your feelings. I feel cheated because I was a really good girlfriend to him, or I was a really good boyfriend to her, or I was a really good companion for her, whatever. How do I feel? What do I feel and why? Write them down. Don't go talk to people. For goodness sakes, don't post on social media about it. I'm going to get to that in a minute. And don't be going around looking on social media for it. Again, getting on that in a minute. But those types of things distract you from how you actually feel. How you actually feel is only going to be determined right here, not with any outside influences or interactions. Feel the feels, journal about the feels, and then after you journal about the crappy ways that you feel, journal how you want to feel. I don't want to feel crappy like this. I want to feel good. I want to feel loved and treasured and appreciated. And the people in my life who help me feel loved and treasured and appreciated are my best friend, my mom, my counselor, my coach, my next door neighbor's cute dog. Like anybody, anything. Going for a run. I know that like cardio therapy was big for me, and cardio therapy really helped me work through all the feels. So that's number 1. Feel the feelings. Don't allow them to run over you, but feel them, recognize them, and work through them and grow through them. Don't just go through this. I want you to grow through this. I always say that. All right, number 2, get rid of the reminders of the person who you were with. Box up any physical items, box it up, get it out of there, and clear out the social media. You don't have to completely, like, if you want to remain friends with this person, I don't recommend staying in close communication with them initially, especially if this is very, very hard for you, which think that it is if you're watching this video. So you shouldn't continually be communicating with them. So maybe unfollow them on social media. You don't have to unfriend them or block them or anything, but just make sure that they're not in your feed. And if they start seeing other people and that starts coming up on your feed, just design your feed so that you aren't going to see those things that are going to rip the scab off of the wound and make you go back to the beginning with all the feels and everything again. Okay, so box up any of the reminders. Just get them gone. It doesn't matter. You're not going to want them later. I promise. That sweatshirt that you just don't really want to give back, that just maybe still smells like him or her or whatever. Get it gone. Get it gone. It's only going to make everything worse. All right, now I'm going to go on my social media spiel. Get off of it. I think you should get off of it anyway. It's not healthy. An insider from the Meta company, before they rebranded, went to the Wall Street Journal. Look it up. Went to the Wall Street Journal and showed them how the algorithms keep people in a cycle of hatred and feeling negatively about themselves and constantly chasing after other things. It's caused a lot of young people, well, people of all ages, I think, to develop eating disorders and body dysmorphia. Like, get off social media. Stop it with the Snapchat. Stop it with the Instagram. Delete Facebook. You don't need it. The people who you really, really want to be in touch with, you're going to be in touch with without those things. Just stop. And if you're still in the mode of feeling all the feels, temporarily stop. If you don't want to stop forever, temporarily stop. Temporarily get it off your phone. Temporarily don't go to that website. Just quit it. Quit it with the social media. And ask your friends, you know what? As part of the getting rid of reminders of this person, tell your friends, I'm really trying to get over him. I don't want you to tell me what he's up to or what she's up to or what they're up to. Don't tell, you know what? I hope that I heal. And in the long run, I really hope that they heal too. Okay? But I don't need to know everything that's up with them. It's just a bunch of drama. And save your drama for your mama. Don't do that. Thanks, but no thanks. All right. Number 4, this one might help you if you go through all the stages of grief and you get to the anger part. This one might help you there. But remind yourself of this person's negatives. Did they have stinky breath? Super ugly, gross feet? You know, did they show up late? Not dependable? Did they tell you things that weren't necessarily true? Did they falsify their availability so that they could, be doing God knows what in the time that you thought that they were doing something else? What are the negatives about this person? There are negatives. Everybody has negatives. Everybody. I have negatives. Just ask my husband. Just kidding. He won't tell you. Well, maybe he will. But anyway, remind yourself of the negatives, because there are negatives. And if you're focusing on the negatives, so what our brains want to do during this time period when we're so sad because we just got dumped was remember all the wonderful things about this person, and oh, they were so great and we did this together and this is the good part of how I felt when I was with this person. And of course you're going to continue to prolong feeling like crap when that is what you're focused on. So focus on all the crappy parts of this person. Focus on all the things that weren't your knight in shining armor type of a person. All right. And lastly, number 5, focus on things that you love. Do you love sports? Do you love hanging out with your friends? Do you love, like me in the summertime, or anytime really? I love being next to a body of water with the sun shining on me. I like being in nature. I love snuggling with my pets. I love being with my daughter. We have 5 kids, and one of my daughters and I are like just best friends. I just love being with her. I love hanging out with my husband. I like reading. Focus on all these things that you already know you love to do. And when you're focused on doing these things or learning new things that you want to do, an old friend of mine years ago, I'm an artist as well. I love to paint. And she was going through a breakup and was like, I've always wanted to know how to paint like you. So I'm like, come on over, let's paint together. I'm not a professional painter. I'm not a professional artist in that way, but I can teach you how to do what I know how to do. And so she started to learn different things. She started to expand her mind. When I went through a painful breakup years and years ago, a long time ago, thank goodness I'm very, very separated from that, but I learned how to cook. And I'm pretty good at it. But develop a new skill, find a new thing to love, expand yourself. And when you're focused on you, when you're focused on what you love, on things that do bring you joy, then things that don't bring you joy don't have that much space in your brain. It's a little crowded up there, and they might just minimize and minimize and minimize till they are barely there or not there at all. So those are 5 ways that I highly recommend you work through to get through this, to grow through this, and to become a more well-rounded you with a higher degree of emotional intelligence so that you can be a better you tomorrow and an even better you the day after that. If this video has been of help to you, give me a thumbs up. And if you didn't already, hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you learn when we drop videos like this to help you live a happier life.